Hello everyone and welcome back to my The General Hospital 24 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the deception office, Brooklyn accuses Lulu of being hovered by the fact that Dante kept their history from her. Lulu says the only thing pissing her off is that Brooklyn prevaricated to Dante 4 times, and now she has to as well. Brooklyn accuses her of wanting to tell Dante so he'll detest her, and oh well if it upends their son's life. Lulu says it doesn't matter why she wants to tell Dante, as she agreed not to. Gio and Emma show up and incontinently realize they've bad timing. Brooklyn says they were having a disagreement. Lulu states they were fighting because Brooklyn is a tone-serving. Brooklyn cuts her off, and Lulu storms out. Brooklyn can't stand to suppose about how Tracy will reply to Lulu quitting. Gio tells her they've an idea that will give Tracy what she wants the most. They tell her their plan to save the vault. Brooklyn loves it but asks why bring this to her. They explain they went to Ned, which she calls a mistake as her father only sees financials. They ask if they should pursue this, but Brooklyn tells them no. Brooklyn admits it's a good plan, but she doesn't want them to get involved in the Quartermain dissension. Still, she'll try to talk to her pater about it. Brooklyn receives a call she has to take, so Gio and Emma leave. Emma suggests to Gio that it's Monica they should be talking to, as the house belongs to her. At the Quartermains, Tracy has tea with Curtis and Stella. Tracy says she really enjoyed Curtis' content of the sports action at the sanitarium. Curtis says he takes pride in getting the data straight. Stella notes Curtis and Tracy have a common cause, so she allowed. They should get to know one another. They're intruded when Tracy takes a call and says to let him in and that they're in the sun porch. Tracy says this should be amusing. Drew storms in and says, "Of course, you teamed up with Tracy." Curtis says he's not teamed up with anyone. Drew brings up Curtis' content, and he appertained to him as Drew Kane. Tracy says that's his name and has no right to the Quartermain name. Curtis says the check and desist was in place, so Aurora had to relate to him by his legal name. Either, the sports action is getting attention, and it's the kiddies that are important, not his pride. Drew warns Curtis if he wants to get unattractive, they'll get unattractive. Stella and Tracy set up that veritably amusing. Stella calls this the launch of a beautiful fellowship. Curtis leaves his aunt to spend time with Tracy. They laugh over how Drew's head nearly exploded, and Tracy is impressed how she stepped up for Curtis. Stella says they've looking out for their family in common. Cody finds Lulu beating the heck out of a pool toy in the boathouse and stops her, as James loves the inflatable frog. He asks what's going on. Lulu says she demanded to blow off Broom before seeing Rocco, and Brooklyn got her rankled up. Perhaps she's as horrible as Brooklyn thinks she is. Lulu says she can't feel to let it go of the fact that Dante no way told her about his and Brooklyn's history. Cody says they were just teenagers, it was one summer, and he presumably didn't suppose it signified as nothing came of it. Lulu says that's just it, commodity major came from it. Lulu says she thinks deep down she always knew there was commodity further to Brooklyn going after Dante, and he prevaricated to her about their history and no way having passions for Brooklyn. She allowed. They would no way lie to one another, but now she knows that's not true. Lulu knows she and Dante are over, and she shouldn't let this get to her. Cody tells her, speaking from experience, that he was really meddled up when he said about the Bells weren't his birth family. Still, he got over it and moved on. She hopes that can be for her. She says she can't believe Dante prevaricated about Brooklyn, who tried to break them up for plutocrat. Brooklyn prevaricated, too, and now she's caught up in the lying. He says she may have made some bad opinions, but it doesn't mean she's a bad person. Lulu jokes, like I should trust your judgment, you pick up hitchers. At Sunny's, Ava asks Sunny, who's floundering on the bottom, should I call 911? Do you need those capsules? Isn't it awful to be in need and nothing will help you? To know they could do one little thing, but they stand there and watch you in pain. How dare you judge me? Suddenly Kristina runs out, Ava pretends to be shocked, and Kristina cries, why didn't you help him? As Kristina gets him his capsules as Ava says he just collapsed, and she no way has seen him like this. She asks if she should call 911. Kristina tells her to just go, so Ava departs. Kristina tells her pater she'll call an ambulance, but he tells her no, and to call Dr. Gannon. She moves him up to the settee, and asks what Ava did. Sonny explains he lost his temper and also suddenly he was in pain. He tried to snare his capsules, but dropped them. Kristina can't believe Ava just stood there. Gannon arrives, snappily races to Sonny's side, and checks him out. Kristina harangues that Ava could have helped him, but Sonny says it's better for Ava not to know what the capsules are for. Kristina thinks they should go to the sanitarium, but Sonny insists he's forfeiture. Isaiah says Sonny is okay now, and GH can only cover him. Sonny asks Kristina to give him a nanosecond with Dr. Gannon, so Kristina says she'll head to Charlie's. Alone, Isaiah tells Sonny he's going to call the surgeon in LA and make the appointment for his surgery. Sonny refuses to have it now. He says his health means nothing if he loses his family, and he needs to resolve a security issue before having the procedure. It can stay 2 weeks. He appreciates Isaiah, and he owes him. Isaiah says he only owes it to himself to get that surgery as soon as he can. At the Port Charles Grill, Jordan warns Laura that Councilman Boyle was at Drew's press conference, and he and Drew looked veritably chummy. Laura doesn't like to suppose of what they may be getting up to together. She's glad the sports intuitive is doing well, but Drew wouldn't like Curtis' content of it. Ezra Boyle shows up, joins them, and reveals some crawler has the tree huggers up in arms about the beachfront design. The design has been delayed, and Laura says she has read the report. Ezra says they need to move those draggers, as this detention is gratuitous. If only they moved it to Pier 55. Laura says it made no sense to move the beachfront from the center of the megacity, and indeed if they had, they'd still be delayed as Sonny would have fought them. Ezra commentary, you would know what Sonny would do, given how close you are. Laura asks what he's inferring. He's not inferring anything but suggests she reevaluate her position and not have to deal with questions about her family ties to a notorious crime lord. Ezra says Laura and Sonny partake a grandchild, and people are saying she's guarding Sonny's interests. He says the press could begin to suspect she's guarding Sonny for her own fiscal gain. Laura says that idea would be discredited incontinently because she has nothing to hide, and she discloses her financials every time, commodity he has constantly avoided. Laura says they're done and asks Jordan if she needs a lift to the office. Jordan says she'll meet her back there. Once alone, Jordan warns Ezra any attempts to smear Laura will blow up in his face. He says she could be the megacity's coming mayor if she plays her cards right, and as the former police manager, how does she justify Laura's relationship with Sonny? Jordan says Laura is honest and reputed as mayor. Ezra tells her if she wants to gain some political leverage with the public, relinquishing and kick over Laura's ties to the mob would be a way to do it.